Amidst the chaos and destruction brought by the Woolsey Fire, a tight-knit community of horse owners and breeders rallied over the weekend to save the area's animals. Earlier this afternoon, Stuntman Ardeshir Radpour told me he'd spent the past few days transporting horses to safety.
Most of them are, people they'll call you, or you'll know people, and they'll call you and they'll say, hey, I have a friend of mine who's stuck in so-and-so location. Can you guys go? 99% of the people that are out there helping out, they're not rescuers. Nobody's hired to do this. It's just the horse community here immediately mobilizes when we see this. You don't even question it. It just becomes your sense of civic duty, to help save lives, whether it's people or their animals and so forth. So you just immediately kick in and you go do it. But every time we're doing it, we know what we're about to go into. Looks like a hell zone. There's fire, there's people panicking, there's horses and animals panicking, and heaven forbid any of us are stuck in that situation without the means. We would expect someone else to come and help us. The horse community is pretty tight, and we all know, wow, these people are stuck in these unfortunate circumstances. Next week it could be me, and they would come to our aid. So we just naturally mobilized as just a neighbor helping neighbor type of a situation.
How are the animals? Because I imagine, it's a pretty horrendous situation. As you said, the hills are ablaze with fire and they're in a helpless situation. How are the animals?
To be honest with you, some of them deal with it very calm and some of them really panic. And they're just like people. Like I've seen 60 horses being led out by, 10 people, calm, like almost in military order. And I've seen others hanging on to one horse for dear life because it could be the human or it could be the horse that's just freaking out, just losing it. And the situation also is it's a little bit heightened, not necessarily just because of the fire, but because you have all the fire trucks, you have all the law enforcement vehicles, all the emergency vehicles, forestry service, all those sirens and lights that go on. It really makes that situation even a little bit more of a hectic situation. So the horses, they can kind of panic, but I'll be honest with you, they hold it together way better than most of the time I think they will. Every once in a while you'll see one really lose it, and they can't catch them. And these fires aren't anywhere near done, and the winds have picked back up, so who knows which way they're going to head and what's going to happen. And by the way, as they're going into seeing these facilities, they're seeing a lot of facilities burn down. I had personally myself, I've had 3 friends that lost everything. They got all their animals out. But who knows what's happened at some of these other facilities. We just don't know yet. None of that information has come out yet. So we're keeping our fingers crossed we haven't lost any horses, but don't know yet.